Hey, family. How are you? What up, motherfuckers? Motherfuckers. So, join me tomorrow night for the live list readings. We'll go back to the list. We'll get some more of those done. But tonight, I told myself I was going to get back to doing what I used to do. For those of me who've been joining me for, a number of years, know that I used to do celebrity readings on the living, not just on those who have crossed over or passed away. The screen not just for those who have passed away, like a walk with crimes. Um, I've actually used to do living readings, and that's when I said that I saw Cardi B and Meg collabing on a song. Um, when I did that, and that's when girl, let me fix this. Hold on. That's how that came to pass. Um, and you got to go to my website. You know that. You want to read and you go to my website, plain and simple, or let somebody scam you because you think you're talking to me. So you go to the website at awalkwithancestors.com, and that's how you schedule. I'm scheduling for March at the moment. Gratitude. Now, can I get back to what I'm doing? Is that okay? Gratitude. So I did that, and I used to do live readings on people that were living. A lot of times I do, when I do them, of course, I do celebrities because if I could just pick somebody in the world, why would I just do regular people? You know, so I do that for a living all day long. Anyway, so I'm going to see because even when I just went to go get something to eat and go to the store, I was picking up information about Kim Kardashian West. Now, I'm also going to do Orlando Brown. I started to do Lil Boosie. I said that would just be me being messy and petty. Because he came to me in my dream and said he wanted it done. I should have done it. So there were some key things. And let me give my disclaimer. Um, all things given is for entertainment purposes only. And all information given is alleged. I do not have any proof of the things that I will be giving this evening. So everything else is for entertainment purposes only and is alleged. Okay? Okay, gratitude. So we're going to tap right on in. I'm going to say my prayer and jump on in, and I'll go ahead and give some of the information that I picked up on in the car, and we'll see. All right. Moderators, if anyone talks some shit, get them up through We don't have to sit inside of it because who the fuck are they? I'm gonna take my glasses off. This lash been giving me the blues all day. It wants to come off so badly. I'm gonna take it off in a minute. So tapping in and going into what I picked up on, even when I was in the car going to the store, um, and then me inside of just saying my prayer just now. Um, they keep taking me back to her childhood, and we are speaking on Kim Kardashian West, the one who owns blackness. Okay, so I'm tapping into Kim and her energy. I can't say her soul, I'm gonna say her energy, and allowing YEHUDA to show me what it is that we want to see, what it is that I want to know. Um, it kind of gives me anxiety. Let me just be clear on that. They keep taking me back to her childhood. Now, what I keep seeing, I see them playing and moving about, but this is the thing, this is the one thing that I was picking up on in the car that is standing out to me right now is the she keeps repeating uncle, 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 and I feel like someone took advantage of her in the worst way. Okay. And I feel like the mother, which is Kris Jenner, allegedly, it seems like she turned her head to a lot of things. I also keep hearing coke. He's almost giving it to me as if I am watching a reel of like lifestyles of the rich and famous is the way YEHUDA is giving it to me, because he's telling me she always wanted to be a star. She always wanted to be a star and she didn't really care what. I feel like at some point she wasn't sure if she could sing, and she quickly found out she had none of that talent. Um, they're showing me like the arguing between Kris and Rob Sr. Um, like they're taking me back to before when they first got together, and telling me like how Kris was running through men. Um, and I feel like she had like, this goes deeper than what the fuck I thought what was about to happen. Because it feels like she got with him because something was covered up. Like he helped Kris out in some way. Before Kris was ever Kris Jenner, before she was ever Kris Kardashian, she was like her self of whoever the fuck she was. And she was modeling or something at the time. And I feel like I keep seeing like a gathering or a party. And I almost feel like around that time they were either introduced or something like that, because I feel like, for lack of a better word, I feel like she used him. Like I feel like Kris Kardashian, Jenner, whoever the fuck, allegedly she used Robert Kardashian to, it feels like he says procreate, like she saw something in him, and I feel like she used him to get her out of something. Like I feel like she understood the power in which he held. Why? Because I feel like he was like growing as an attorney, and I feel like he was helping high powered people to get out of shit. Like I feel like that's what he was known for, was getting out of something, or getting people out of things, I should say. Like he was using his status, like that's how he was growing. Like he was covering things up, I want to say allegedly for judges and things like that. So when those parties were happening and they got together and they would be at these parties. Like she was in the know, but I feel like she was being ran through by men. Yehuda said, and some women. And not that he wasn't necessarily happy when she got pregnant, but it feels like the first pregnancy was it's crazy because I hear miscarriage. Right now we're talking about the mom. I hear miscarriage, and then I feel like boom, another pregnancy, which would be Courtney. Um, because it feels like a trap, like she was trying to trap him, because it feels like he caught her in something and like he was going to be done with it, and I know we're going to build this house kind of thing. That's what I pick up on. That's the way Yehuda shows it to me. And it's almost like she too wanted to just be famous by any means necessary, by any, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like honestly heard you on that. Yeah. I feel like her reputation, if you were to trace back her friends, she probably, quote unquote, was known for dilly-dallying with other women or her friends' men. Somebody said, somebody said Chloe got it, honestly. Allegedly. Allegedly. Child, they telling me that MJ, Chris's mom, is a witch and has been a witch for high-powered people, celebrities, attorneys, judges. She's a witch, and she has taught them everything that they know. And it feels like, I almost feel like, listen, Chris is somewhat of a whatever would be considered as a smart woman, according to her. But it feels like it almost skipped over, and they've taught all of these girls, the ones that are capable of catching on. Um, and when she thought she was losing, I keep seeing her crying, talking to her. And it's like, go home. I have this. Don't worry about it. Like somebody, I feel like MJ did some sort of working, went to her, whatever, her magical practices that belong to us. And kept him there, kept him in line type shit. Um, and it feels like they had got the house and different things like this. And I feel like she never stopped cheating. I feel like Rob was cheating. I feel like he had younger women. I feel like their whole relationship and marriage was a fucking sham. Anytime that it was cameras rolling and it looked good, it was only solely for the cameras. Um, because she was always dilly-dallying, like she was always doing something, trying to be notoriety and different things like that. Then I feel like boom, here comes Kim Kardashian. Um, what? So supposedly, Nicole Brown Simpson was going to do a tell-all book, and she was going to talk about some things that Chris had did, um, and give information on the biological father of Khloe Kardashian. Allegedly. Um, Chris is a motherfucker. Chris is a motherfucker. You understand me? That whole lineage right there. Wow. Wow. Because this is the thing. When I first started doing this session tonight and I was going into it, I was a little confused because they kept telling me about some work that was done on the dream team. And I always said to myself, spirit took care of that. But they telling me there was some work done on the dream team that got OJ off. You ever seen the movie Thinner, where he ran over that gypsy lady and all of them was motherfuckers was showing up to them like Thinner, made them this, made them that, was fucking them up. That's what I feel like happened to the dream team. All of them are dead. All of them. Johnny Cochran, Robert Shapiro, Robert Kardashian, all are fucking dead. And they died one after another. Yo, I'ma just tell you what the fuck, bitch. This is Kim Kardashian West, but this is gonna be long. I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to get to Orlando, bitch, because I was not expecting this. Because this shit looks like Chris was in love with OJ. And he wasn't trying to fucking be with her. And she didn't have this motherfucking baby. And I feel like shit was falling the fuck apart for her. You know what I'm saying? And whatever work had been done, like they was holding Rob Kardashian into place. So then she had to hurry up and spit out another baby, which happened to be a boy, which is the junior Kardashian, right? Trying to hold on to this man because she knew this man loved his children. And there was some question of paternity. And I feel like he was trying to figure it out. Like, I feel like these rumors were about, I feel like Nicole knew about this shit because she already had a reputation, allegedly, of sleeping with people's men. And I feel like there was rumors going around about this, but I feel like she had fallen in love with OJ and she could not have him. And because I keep feeling like Nicole was going to come out with some sort of what? I feel like there are key people in the slaying of Nicole Brown Simpson. I can't say who is behind it, but allegedly she's behind this because she didn't want this secret to come out. This would ruin her whole everything, allegedly. Um, and I feel like she set this up into play, but she was gonna kill two birds, three of them with one stone. Because I feel like somebody was in love with Chris, allegedly. I ain't saying it's the motherfucker that had the white Bronco that was driving him around, but that's all I keep seeing. And I feel like she's in love with a motherfucker and the motherfucker's in love with her and will do whatever it is that she needs them to do. How? You hear me? He favors OJ. He's about the same size as he was. Could have the same hands as he did. So now the best friend, who also all of them have skeletons. My eye keep doing something weird as fuck. Have skeletons. Because I don't hear OJ speaking to him nicely. This eye is doing some weird shit. I do not hear him talking to Kardashian nicely. I keep hearing him say, like, motherfucker, you owe me type shit. It feels like, now you're going to represent me, because I feel like OJ, allegedly was a shitty motherfucker. That's the way I see it. It's a shitty motherfucker. I feel like somebody had followed Nicole and Ronald Goldman all night, waiting for this moment. It feels like it's two people that's like involved in this. Okay. It feels like when Kris Jenner gets the call like that this is done, I feel like she's somewhere around other people. Like, I don't know if this is like a party or some sort of gathering, because I feel like she's laughing, talking to other people. She, it gets the phone. She's called to the phone, or she gets the phone, and it's like only words are uttered is it's done. I feel like the call, nobody says like nothing else. I don't feel like she says anything else. I feel like the phone hangs up, she hangs up the phone, and she's back to what she was doing. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like the jig is on. Like, he's being framed for this. Like, she's going to get this motherfucker, because if I can't have you, you're going to jail. That's how this feels. This is what the spirit shows me. Allegedly, bitch. It feels like if I can't have you, because sometimes the spirit shows me things that I know inside of my personal life, and they keep showing me this white bitch who did this before, and I understand the way my information comes to me. And this bitch was so mad she couldn't have this black man, this genome bitch. She was so mad she couldn't have this black man, this melanite. She was trying to get him over to her house so he can beat her up, because she said, I'm going to get him over here. This is a sidebar. I'm going to get him over here and I'm going to make him beat me up so I can put him in jail. There, I know my mind could rest. I know where he's at. If I can't have him, like, that's the shit she said to me about this man. And that's what this is. She was trying to put him in jail. But I feel like somebody owed a favor, or he, like, for whatever reason, I feel like Rob didn't have a backbone type shit, or whatever this is, because they were forced into this. And I feel like there was some work done and took all of the dream team out that got OJ off. Spirit says, because he did not kill Nicole Brown. Crazy part is, I feel like he cannot properly defend himself, because what he really was doing could really send him the fuck to jail. Ain't that crazy? Bitch. I feel like what he was really doing, he can't say. So they had to make sure that they saw doubt, because he couldn't tell him what he was really fucking doing. He couldn't tell him. Because that would land his ass in jail for real. And maybe a motherfucker knew that. And maybe that bitch is treacherous. She has taught them everything she knows that she learned from her mom. Them bitches have a coven. They're part of a coven. And it's from the time they turn like 16 or 18 years old. Let's go. Because I keep hearing small Kim call somebody uncle. Okay. It is my strong understanding that she did not just start with the sex capades with her children. I believe that there are judges and attorneys and other celebrities. When Keeping Up with the Kardashians first started, I said, it was an episode. I said Kylie was little with the same little genome ugly face that she had when she first was born. She had that face still. And she was sitting on a grown ass black man's lap. And I said, why the fuck is she got that? Why the fuck they got that little girl sitting on that man's lap like that? It was very inappropriate to me. And I just said what I said and I kept the fuck going. She been pimping these bitches out. How far would you go to hold on to a marriage and celebrity? And I don't know why my eyes doing weird shit. I'm sorry. I don't know if I'm shape shifting. I don't know. It keeps doing weird stuff. I keep seeing it. Bitch, this is way the fuck too much than what the fuck I thought was getting ready to be happening. It's a lot of like what are you gonna say if there's a sex party going on allegedly with the attorney who's defending the person who had nothing to do with his wife's murder, but everybody is in there running through these children? Who's gonna say? Nobody can't say. He can't tell you what the fuck he was really doing. Because then if he do, he got to tell you what the fuck his attorney was really doing. Calm down. Calm down. So that's how Kim Kardashian grew up, and she's grooming her daughter to do this. When she was on the show, kept saying, I want to have more kids. But she didn't want to give birth to him. She's loveless. She's heartless. Everything you see from her is an act. She's been ran through from the time she was a kid. It is my belief that Ray J thought he could save her. Then she started stealing from his mom. That's not from the spirit. That is through media and word of his mouth that she was stealing from him and his mom. But I believe through the spirit, Ray J thought he could save her. She was groomed for the work that she done right now. So she has to be fucked up in the mind for her to be able to be used. And we're going to give you this life. You can live this life. You're going to be lavish, but you're going to do this for us. She's been married 4 times. She was like married 3 times before she married Chris Humphries or whatever the fuck. She's been married several times. She was put on to Reggie Bush. I feel like she wanted to control him. I feel like there's a lot of pretending going on. I feel like she cannot stand Chloe. It feels like they really all can't stand each other, and I feel like they go at each other and like sabotage each other and different things, but it feels like she can't really stand Chloe. It's like some sort of jealousy there. The way the spirit shows me is like Kim allegedly sets things up behind her siblings' back. Like she exposes things. Like when they can't figure out how shit get leaked, I feel like it's her. Allegedly. It feels like she wants to be the highest ranking witch. I feel like she wants to outrank her mother as well. But I feel like those bitches battle and they will battle. But I feel like her mom keeps her schedule on track and she keeps her where she needs to be. And I feel like she's never ceased to remind them of how she has used her pussy power to make this family what it is. But she was groomed for this. They all were groomed for this. But it feels like when she was little, she was who most of the people liked or something or loved. Like she wanted to, it feels like allegedly, she wanted to make her daddy proud. It feels like she's done a lot of things with a lot of different men from the time she was a little girl. I mean, we're talking about being sodomized. Because I see like old celebrities. You know what I mean? Like from people that would have been like old at the time. You know what I'm saying? Like because I keep seeing Sammy Davis Jr., so I know we're talking about like old celebrities where she was being pimped out, like old money was being brought into the house. I feel like they would do Courtney, but I feel like Courtney was like a crybaby or something. You know what I mean? Like, but I feel like Kim would step up, like I'll do it. You know what I mean? Like it feels like because she wanted to make her daddy proud. So then I feel like Courtney started. You know what I mean? Like that's where the beef is. I feel like they all go at each other, and I feel like they ended up recruiting and training Kylie and kindle. They did. That was their job. Like, we all had to do it. And you'll do it too. Which is why Chris had no choice but to let Kylie go and get her own mansion and all this other shit well before time for this girl to do so. Because what are you going to do? She's been doing this shit. It's like they put her on the men that they feel like can't be controlled, and they want them under control. Let's not get it twisted. Chloe does it too, but it feels like Courtney has been like, which is why her pockets were not growing the way everybody else's pockets were growing, because she was so handling. She was the handler for Scott Disick, and they killed his family. Allegedly killed that boy's family. Both of his parents dead, because they understood what the fuck Courtney was, who she was, and what she was doing. Allegedly. They're witches, bro. They cipher people's souls and energies. You know, those twins that are friends with Chloe, she makes sure that they'll never really be anything, that their career, because she's jealous of them. Look at this damn eye, keeps doing shit. Look at that. That's crazy. She's jealous of them twins, and she ciphers their energy. I feel like they're handlers to more than just men. When she said, I work very hard, we all do. We work hard. So when it came time for her to get, um, excuse me, Kanye under control, she came out on Keeping Up with the Kardashians, and she said that her and Kanye had been best friends for like 9 years, and everybody was like, when? Since when that happened? Since when they was best friends for 9 years? Since when? I feel like the way I see it is she was already put on him as the handler. Feel like she couldn't get in the way she wanted because he was dealing with Amber, who was not for the bullshit. It feels like, the way I see it, she killed every relationship he had until she got to him. And that's why she immediately procreated, because he was a difficult one. It's so crazy because they keep showing me what he said when Hurricane Katrina happened, but it's almost like he was on everybody's radar. Not like hers like that, but he was on, because I feel like she gets the orders of what she's going to do. I feel like he was on the radar. I'm gonna tell you what. They keep showing me there's a list of loudmouths that are uncontrollable, and he was one of those people on that list. And some people have been taken out. If they can use you, they'll use you. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me tell y'all something, man. People don't believe in the long setup. There are always long setups. Okay. Somebody sent me this video yesterday of BG saying how he had already pulled Lil Wayne in. And then Lil Wayne's daddy pulled him out. He said, I guess he had, a different vision. He was gonna do whatever the fuck he was gonna do with him. And then he gets killed. And baby immediately, like he said, Stunner immediately that day came and picked me up. The day my father died, Stunner came and picked me up that day. He said, when I got in the car, this is Lil Wayne saying this. He said, when I got in the car, Stunner must have seen my face. He said, why you look like that? You look like your father just died. And he had Lil Wayne ever since. The long motherfucking setups be into place. And he daddied him. And he groomed him. He'll never tell the shit that was done to him. I should do it. I already know. I've been showing it time and time again, long time. The setup be into place. It be long fucking setups. Kim Kardashian is now grooming her children. And it's a mind fuckery. It's a mind game that she's playing. She has no compassion for her children. I seen a video when North was little. Courtney is more of a mom than she'll ever be, and Courtney knows it. That's why she can't stand Kim. Kim was walking with North and Courtney. North fell. Kim slid her foot to the side so North didn't fall on her shoe, and she kept going on her phone. Courtney had to pick North up. This is a fucking video of them walking. She did the shit twice. Didn't even look down at her child. She don't give a fuck. North tripped and fell. Kim slid her foot to the side and kept on her phone. Courtney had to pick that baby up. She is very manipulative to North, but North is a smart girl, which is why she tries to keep North away from Kanye. North and Kanye has secrets, but not inappropriate secrets. He talks to his daughter and he tells her what is what, and she sees through Kim. Kim tries to buy her, and she tries to manipulate her mind and put her out there. She thinks that she is, just out here being able to do the TikToks, but she don't know she's being groomed. She's grooming her. There's a movie that maybe y'all have seen, maybe y'all have not. It's called Colombiana. Colombiana was able to survive because she was groomed by her father to be a survivor. and how he came to her and he told her face to face, if anything should happen to me, this is what you do. This is where you go. You swallow this shit. You take it. You do this. Kanye, those are the secrets that he has with North. That he is telling her truth. He doesn't want to shit on her mama because he doesn't want to destroy her or taint her in that way towards her mom. But he is telling her, Daddy may have to go away for a while, but I'll be back. I'll find you. Like, this is what's happening. Don't allow anybody to do this. You understand what I'm saying? And here comes Kim in telling this child, Daddy's sick. He's sick. This is what it is. This is what it's supposed to be. But you didn't have kids by the wrong motherfucker because he's not going to go. Now, I almost feel like they got Kanye on an island. Everybody knows the programming to say he's sick. Do you know how many people in Hollywood know who Kim Kardashian is and what she does? It's to the point where I feel like if his mom was still alive, Kim couldn't have never got him. That type shit. And I feel like there are other women who are very active in their children's lives who may be in some sort of celebrity world that's like, no. Because I feel like she's tried to get like other athletes, and the mother steps in like, no. No. So it's like, stay away. Everybody knows who she is. Like, I feel like there are women that are training their sons to stay away from them. The way the spirit shows me is like Rob Kardashian were getting off big dope men. Like his clientele were dope, a lot of dope men as well, senators. Like a lot of shit was passing through his hands, through judges. Everybody was being bought. Everybody was being bought allegedly. Man, Rob Kardashian seemed like he was two different things. Like a philanderer, doing shit he didn't have no business doing. But I also feel like we got to get rid of him because he got him off. But we also have to get rid of him because we have a plan for these girls. And he may not allow this plan to happen for these girls. I feel like Rob Kardashian Jr. has seen a lot of different things. He's seen a lot of this magical shit and spiritual shit that they've been playing in, that they have done to a lot of these men. But what can you say when you're the only male and they will take you the fuck out? And I feel like that's another reason why he was always living with Chloe, because they controlled his money, controlled his success. They were fucking with his mental. That's why he was depression a lot. That's why he ran and got China. And so then they went and they fucking took over China. the trial was bought and paid for before it ever started. China never had a chance to win it. It just looked like she was really on trial doing some shit. Like her lawsuit was really, listen, she was never going to win. It was bought and paid for before it ever started. These people hands are long. The Kardashian hands are long as fuck. Why? Because it goes all the way back to MJ, the grandmother. There was a movie called Paranormal. In Paranormal, you see that the girl finds out that her mom was part of this witch coven and that they owed inside of this coven. They owed souls and different shit like that. You say MJ is a white girl from San Diego. I'm talking about the grandmother, Chris's mom. I feel like that movie Paranormal speaks highly as to what she say? Okay, figurative and speaks a lot to what this is. Like you only ever see Chris's mom, but you never see any other family. You have no idea about who the rest of their family is, nothing. There's a reason for that. That's exactly what's going on in that family, ain't it? I'm telling you, this is exactly what's going on in this family. You're never going to know anything about that side of the family, bro. All of their family secrets are quiet. One of them children, I believe, is not Kanye West's child. Allegedly. I really feel like that. Um, I just feel like it isn't. I swear I do. Everybody keeps saying it's their last boy, but I swear I feel like it's Chicago West. Oh, that was a car. That was like a motorcycle or something outside. But I feel like that is the Chicago baby. I feel like, and I feel like I don't know why I feel like that. Like that's not his child. For me, Chicago has a strong look-alike of Chloe's baby. She looks like Chloe's baby to me. Let me go ahead and touch on Orlando Brown really quickly. I was talking earlier and I said about how he is now in defense of Diddy, but everybody knows who Diddy is. This young man has suffered mentally, physically, and he doesn't even know who to trust. So he's talking, you know what I'm saying? But he's saying some things and some things he is not saying. And then when it gets too deep and he has to say real deep things, that's when he starts talking out of his head. This shit started, for me, the way I see it, started like right after or during the movie Major Pain. He said he was trained by the best. He says he was trained by Eddie Murphy. He said he was trained by the best by Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy told him he don't watch himself up there. That's the same thing that Johnny Depp said. Johnny Depp said he doesn't watch himself up there either because he doesn't like to watch him when he's up there. When did Orlando Brown become under the training of Eddie Murphy? When did he train him? I feel like the humiliation and the sexualization kicked up for Orlando between the ages of 13 and 15. I feel like he went through a humiliation ritual or process. Excuse me. He talks about Raven Simone a lot, about their sexual conquest, but I feel like that's because they were both in fucked up situations. You say it was Harlem Nights? I feel like he also suffered abuse, like physical abuse, Orlando Brown did. Because I keep, child, you mean I done had this sock on inside out all day? What the fuck? Child, I done had this sock on inside out all the fuck day. I be damn. That's what I said. What about his parents? That's the same thing I said, Claudia. Because I feel like he was physically abused. Because I keep seeing somebody like punch him in his chest, almost to say like shut the fuck up, you're a boy, and like punches him in his chest. I feel like the movie Major Pain caught him a lot of attention from a lot of people, and I feel like he was taken to um what does that mean, Yehuda? Yehuda said somebody should ask him about Lindsay Lohan. What the fuck does that mean? Oh wow. Yehuda says this is crazy that they have child parties where the adults throw parties and they bring all of the celebrity children. And it's almost like a picking and the free for all for the parents that are being bought, that are turning their heads for the extra money, to get out of the ghettos and trailer parks. Some parents don't take their children to these things. Some of them do. Some of them are part of these societies. You said Jenna Ortega mentioned a Disney room. Really? That's the way it looks. It's like a free for all with these children, and they can pick them. It's like a betting. I feel like some of them, they break their mind by keep like looping the mind or erasing the mind, or like that never happened, like giving them like opioids and drugs, and then drug induced comas and different things, where the child knows something happens and it's scary, and they're in and out of consciousness, and different people molesting them and raping them, and then they get home and they're in their bed, and it's like, what happened? What do you mean nothing happened, honey? Now they're trying to tell the parents, and the parents like, you're lying, that didn't happen, but they know that it happened. I wish, I really wish a celebrity who grew up in the industry would validate that. I swear I do. And I feel like they know each other because they be at these parties growing up as children. She remembers nothing on the show. What? Yehuda makes me feel like Amanda Bynes was being raped multiple times a day. To where it feels like the perversion starts to play out. Like what they keep showing me is a scene of like real life, but on it happened like either in public or on a movie set or something where there was a break in the mind. Um, because this child or this person was tired of being like traumatized sexually, and like they came in and was doing something very inappropriate in front of all these people on a movie set or something, and it's like, hey, what the fuck, get her out of here, get her out of here. Like I just might like throw something over them because it feels like they have on no clothes, and the person is like fucked up, and then they tell you she's in rehab or they're in rehab or they're away or they're on vacation. Anna Kournikova, child. They mean Miss Williams. Yeah, it feels like Orlando was raped by men and women though. Like he was forced to like, excuse me, give fellatio, oral sex to grown women and grown men. Either this person that I keep saying is his father or played a father role or was some sort of management to him that was like abusive or making him do certain things, taking him to these places, allegedly. I was watching this lady earlier. Dia had put me on to. I was watching her. She was doing. Her name is Isabel Mittens or something like that, and she was doing Orlando Brown and Will Smith. And she said that she believes that at the time she was doing it, that she said something to the effect of, like, she didn't believe it was nothing sexual, but she believed that he was paying Orlando for taking his roles. I don't believe that. I believe, yes, something happened. She said, but at that time, she wasn't picking up on it. Didn't mean it didn't happen, but at that moment, she hadn't picked up on it. I believe the way the spirit shows me, there is a boys club, and I mean of Melanite men, where they have dick parties and everybody is fucking everybody and everybody is sucking everybody's dick, and that's how like the herpes and all of that shit is getting passed around. And I believe that they also have young boys and children there, actors, celebrity boys, rappers, like they're there too. It's like a thing and nobody talks about it. Nobody is talking about this. Like, what are you going to do when you see allegedly the Obamas there? What do you do? I ain't never seen no pictures of Michelle Obama pregnant. And if a motherfucker keeps saying you a man, why you ain't put them pictures out there yet? I seen plenty of pictures of Michael in college that looks identical with same scarring and marking. I've never seen a picture of her pregnant. I know what Spirit said. That's a man. They've been gay since college. Their best friend was in college with him. What was his name? Bill Gates, allegedly. They all went to school together. You know who else went to college with them? Hill Harper, the actor. They all be at these parties. Spirit keeps saying a name like Sonya. I don't think it's Tanya, but it could be, but it sounds like Sonya. But I keep wanting to put Obama on it unless he's saying Sasha. But I feel like we're saying Sonya. Could be Sasha. But they're listen, allegedly, we're gonna go back to Orlando, but allegedly, baby, there was a young woman that would have, could have, was going to bust this open. And I feel like she was like drinking or something. I can feel like she was drinking. Allegedly, she was killed. I feel like her name was Sonya. It's an S name, like Sonya. I feel like she was killed because she was going to tell. They silenced a lot of fucking people. She was going to tell. There are dick parties, there are children parties. Originally, like, people don't know. Like, I feel like the first time he was taken to one of these, he did not know. But excuse me, I feel like the boys, like, you're going from the kid parties, you're already being like molested and all of these things fucked around with and all of these things. That's why a lot of them fall off. There are several of these kind of parties. It's not just with the melanin. They have their own, but then there or just the ones where genomes are there. And they're not giving all of the information to the melanites that are there. They're not giving all of them the information. They don't know half this shit. They know a lot of it, but the shit that goes on with just them genomes, that's when all magic and shape shifting and things like that happen. Now they have the inner parties where all of them are together as well. There is narcotics and different diseases and shit running rapid through Hollywood. There's constant murders of people allegedly that are like not in the industry. So you don't know that they getting knocked the fuck off. Pregnancies and different things like that. By kids that are being pregnant by some of these people. Like when they threaten to say something, or you know what I'm saying? Like they're forcefully aborting, taking the stem cells. Like it is a lot happening behind the scene. Orlando Brown knows more than what he's saying. He plays crazy, but he really wants to be back on top. He really wants to be all that talking in tongues and all that shit he's doing. Miss me with that shit. Miss me with that shit. Some of these genomes are high level warlocks playing in the magic that belongs to us, and they're using it in the power of our deities. They're using this shit for our destruction and to destroy these people. And a lot of these Melanites inside of this shit, like, they came up fucked up. Their minds are fucked up. They're warped, and they know what's happening. A lot of them are being molested and raped. Like, what are you gonna do? They got this shit over your head. They giving them, what's the stuff, Yehuda? Yeah, that devil's dust stuff, that drug where we talked about before, where they know what they're doing, but they can't stop themselves from doing it. Meanwhile, they're being recorded. There is a recording because they keep showing it to me. Sometimes, devil's breath, gratitude. Sometimes these celebrities speak out against homosexuality because they're very upset about something. You got to look between and read between the lines of the clues that's being said, especially if a motherfucker say, you got dick on your mind. Sometimes that's code for shut the fuck up or we'll release a video of you sucking dick. Because you couldn't do shit else but do that. Because you were under a motherfucking spell. So now you out here hating gay people like a motherfucker. Sometimes you gotta be quiet or they'll say something that you don't want to hear. So you gonna do the work and you gonna grow and you gonna make every fucking cent count and you gonna act the fuck out of crazy because fuck y'all. I'ma be powerful. I feel like Orlando Brown was sold into fame. Sold into fame. Join me tomorrow when we'll come and do some list readings. I missed doing this. I have not done this in a long time. Like 3-4 years since I've done a live reading on celebrities, for real. Join me tomorrow. Gratitude for everybody came on. It's 1,451 people on this motherfucker. I show gratitude. Never let them fool you. They killing and knocking these motherfuckers off. It's a whole bunch of deep throating going around. Call me Malika. Love y'all to life. Peace.